druid friend.
And I am Kitties, and I will be playing Maeve, a Eldrin elf fighter.
Hey, I'm Nyx, and I'm playing a Tabaxi monk named Naughty Bite Bit for Sharp.
And I am Senna, and I am playing Snow, the elf Tempest Cleric.
Alright. When we last left the B-Sides, Null Slayers, we'll get a name eventually. Snow, Chaticus, Maeve, and Bit serendipitously arrived at the Wayshield headquarters, all for slightly varying reasons. After mingling for a few minutes, they entered and met Gordon Copernicus, leader and head administrator of the Wayshields. Happy that at least a few of the party had responded to his flyers, in particular, he made his expectations clear, likening this new group to lymph in a circulatory system, and levying a plea to join his cause. The group agreed and were tasked with clearing out a knoll nest some miles outside of Forstride. The party got their things ready and set out. Night fell before they could arrive at their destination. With Chaticus huffing and puffing, they decided to lay down for the night, during which they heard strange growling noises, but couldn't discern from where. But the rest went undisturbed. The next morning they continued on. A few hours in, they found the markers left behind by a wayshield that led them toward the knoll nest. They slew the 5 gnolls that seemed to guard the cavernous entrance to the nest, but then spotted a peculiar floating spire of dirt topped with a wooden shack. Upon approach, an individual shouted at them with an attempt to intimidate. Put off by this, the party decided to retreat for now to deal with the gnoll nest, but maybe come back later. The party fought their way through the cave, slaying gnoll after gnoll, and in the terminus chamber, they encountered a gnoll with a strange spiral marking on its body. The gnoll was a bit tougher than the rest, and seemed to be able to spawn fully adult gnolls from its mouth. In the battle, Snow learned that its bites not only assaulted her body, but somehow her mind, despite resisting the effects. After a pitched battle, we pick up the story with the last gnoll falling dead. So, you guys are still in this cave. Well, thank you, stream. So. The gnoll, the smell permeates around here. There's dead gnolls on the ground. There's dead human-looking corpses scattered around the floor as well.
How fresh do the newest corpses look?
The gnoll corpses?
No, the human ones. Like
oh, you said newest, so I was like,
I guess they're the newest corpses.
Roll medicine.
Medicine.
Looking them over, you can tell with your expertise they're certainly dead. However, it's hard to gauge how long, for they're pretty torn up. I'm going to get rid of that spiritual weapon token real quick. Stand by. And it was floating over another corpse. But there are, I think, 3 of them, if I remember how many I put down. Yeah. With that medicine check, it's hard to tell because they seem to have been tossed around a bit and gnawed on.
Can we tell by their clothes where they came from?
They are all wearing the same sort of dark leather armor. And
anything in the pockets?
You find on their persons, besides the armor, daggers. Each of them have their own dagger. And on their person, either carved into their flesh or wearing an amulet, you find. Hold on a second. There we go.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds and heal myself up a bit.
Okay, go ahead and do that. On them. Are these symbols. And looking over their person a little bit more, one of them has a small slip of parchment.
Are we able to read it?
You are.
What language is it in?
It's in common. And it says, "Tend to that nest. I want to see if the gnolls might join us. Either come back with their allegiance or don't come back. Signed, C."
I think they took the orders a little too literally.
I was just about to say the same thing.
What is this thing over here?
So you look at that pillar, not pillar, stalag bottom, and floating over it.
Tight to the
Stalagmite.
ceiling? Yeah, it's might to the bottom,
Mite.
tight to the ceiling.
Thank you. You see this, just floating over it. It doesn't seem to be support. It doesn't seem to actually be on the stone. It seems to just be floating over it.
I'm intrigued, so I'm gonna try and touch it.
When you touch it,
I
it disappears.
Ew.
Ooh, a mystery.
And as you're
Are these bones scattered here around the floor?
yes.
I'm gonna pick one up and move it through the space that the thing was.
Nothing happens. Tedicus, as you watch Snow do that, the weird mouth birthing gnoll, it sort of shudders a bit. And your attention clearly drawn to it. You see a throbbing, purplish, opalescent mist wafting from its mouth.
I investigate the mist.
When you get closer, you know when you hit a spore, like a mushroom that's covered in spores and goes, pfft?
I actually do know this very well.
That happens. And I need everyone in the cave to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Would us elves have advantage on this?
Why?
Is it like a charm effect? Or putting us to sleep or something?
No.
Okay.
Alright, well, everyone except for Maeve saves. Maeve, roll a d10 for me. Okay, now roll a percentile.
Come again?
Percentile, D100. 100. Alright. Everyone feels this sort of weird descending feeling creeping along their heads. Chaticus and everyone else who, saved, notices that the weird mist kind of disperses and it's just, there's nothing there anymore. But you notice that Maeve is standing stock still. Maeve, you're stunned.
You don't look too good.
And to remind you, the stunned
Okay.
condition, you can't take actions, and you can only speak falteringly.
I kind of poke at her.
This just doesn't feel very good.
We might need to get her out of the cave. Please, follow me. And I kind of grab her by the hand and start leading her away from the body.
Okay.
Does she move at all? Or no?
I mean, she's not petrified, so it's she can barely keep her balance as you're kind of leading her.
So yeah, I just kind of make sure I have her shouldered up and I'm holding her as best I can.
Was there anything on Big Papa there?
He doesn't like you and you call him that.
Well, getting closer, you see that the weird marking on its body has sort of faded, but you can still see the shape of it. And I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys.
That's right. It was just kind of a tattoo kind of thing.
Looks like that. Except now it's like much more dim. And it's sort of like, it's as if there's just no hair growing there. Like, it's kind of like that a weird bald spot kind of deal.
Has anyone seen this before?
This is new to me.
This is very new to you. That, I mean, you know, you may have seen a spiral shape in the past, but you haven't seen something of this particular shape. So Chaticus is dragging Maeve out of the cave.
Leading kindly.
It's slow going.
Yeah.
But as he does that, are Bit and Snow following?
Yeah, I was gonna take Maeve's other arm and help.
Alright. So, when you guys reach the mouth of the cave, and I'm going to just drag you over to the entrance page for continuity. It takes a little bit to get her out, about 5 minutes. Wink, wink. And Maeve, you're no longer stunned.
Are you okay?
That was the weirdest feeling ever. I felt like I couldn't move.
Interesting. Glad you've made it, though.
Thank you kindly, dear.
These null corpses are just laying strewn about.
Should we attend to the... What was it? The guy up on the stairs?
As long as you all feel up to it.
I think that would be a fine idea.
I'm inclined
Don't push
to agree.
yourself now. I still have
No,
two colors I haven't seen out of you. I definitely need you to stick around.
I'm sure you will, sir.
So you guys are making your way to the spire?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, I need to switch the sound effects. I have the DJ roll. I don't understand why this is happening. Can you, type what I typed, kiddies? Actually, just type .leave. So... you guys start heading over to the spire. I really wish I had my Roll20 soundboard. I don't have it anymore. Say it. So at this point, it's getting to be sort of late afternoon as you approach the spire. Sun's still plenty high in the sky. There's plenty of light. A very soft breeze wisps over the grassy hills. And as you approach the spire, there's just an individual that just is sort of peering out from what looks like a window. And to describe the spire again, it's basically a clump of dirt, earth, floating, not floating, but suspended way up in the air. But doesn't seem to be possible because the only thing suspending it is a spiral staircase that is affixed on the ground to what looks like a small landing. And approaching it, you again notice that it seems to be covered in frost, and on the top is a whitewashed wooden shack. So as you approach, person sort of peeks their head out from like a window in the dirt, not the shack, but like the dirt itself, and they kind of notice you, and they shout, "Come up if you dare! Swear your allegiance to us!" And then he just retreats back into what's probably a room inside of the thing.
It seems like these boys might be a little bit of cowards.
I only see one.
Where there's one.
Now, Gordon did mention cultists active in the area. Do we think they're any threat?
It's a cultist, dear. Of course it's a threat.
Well, perhaps we should discuss some things with them. Make sure that they're behaving properly. And I began walking towards them.
All right. So you guys get to the
I
bottom.
follow behind.
You get to this landing, and you start making your way up. I need to find... Standby. Darn, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Whoa. All right. All right, getting up to you make your way up these stairs, and there's like a ladder of sorts, and it leads up like another 10 feet, and it's kind of a small fit. Oh, by the way, pertinent detail: the top of this weird like floating spire, is about 100 feet off of the ground. So you make your way up this ladder, and then there's like a spiral staircase inside. And when you guys get in here, you find that it's oddly cold. It's a lot colder than it is on the outside, and it's getting close to summer, so it does draw your attention. Do you guys have any discussion as you make your way up?
Snow grabs onto her snowflake amulet and like holds onto it while they're making their way through.
Okay.
I sure hope we don't take these boys down and this thing falls.
Ooh, that would be bad. Yes, let's avoid that.
I agree.
All right. So you guys make it to the top, and you're sort of coming around these spiral staircases, and it's this sort of room with small windows to the outside. It seems to be, you kind of get the idea vaguely that this is where that person might have been shouting out at you. And you see standing or inside the room, there's some pallets that are on the edges of the room. A bit across the room from where you are, there's another stair that's leading up. And on that stair is an individual that looks to be talking down to 6 more individuals. They are wearing, except for the person at the top of the stairs, these 6 on the ground are wearing that same dark leather armor. And they have like these mini cowls and helmets on. And when you take another couple of steps, you can see a man pale as snow is. He is shirtless, wearing light blue trousers. Cold air seems to billow off of him. Snow, you recognize this man as Cealholdt.
Cealholdt.
Gesundheit.
Let me take you to that page now. Make sure the stream can see it. This always has to be like way away. Okay. So let me.
I'm assuming, Snow, that you know this gentleman.
He was a member of my parish.
Was.
So. He looks down. It seemed like he was just addressing these other individuals. He looks down and he chuckles and he begins to walk away. Meanwhile, the cultists unsheath daggers and he says, "Care for these fools for me. I have business at the spire." Roll initiative. Initiative. Alright. Well, then I need to roll initiative for him. Alright. Maeve, you're first. What do you do?
I'm actually not first. I had to re-roll for some reason.
Oh. What did you roll on initially? 7? Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Alright. Bit, you're up first.
Okay, I am going to do my sunbolts
Who are you doing them at?
on that guy right there.
Alright.
So I believe I can do 4.
You can do 2 or 4 if you spend a key point.
I'm going to spend a key point.
Nice. What the heck? That's a hit. For 6 radiant damage. Okay. That's another hit. 5, okay. That's a hit. 6. Roll damage. 4. Alright, what's this look like? Because he is dead.
I just left paw, right paw, left paw, right paw, right at him.
Definitely were not expecting that as like they begin
right in the chest.
as they begin to advance, you're just like choo, and then and he just the radiant energy just sears him and you just and he falls over. All right.
Done.
Snow, you watch as Cealholdt starts to go up these stairs and sort of disappears from your line of sight, and you hear a really loud. I'm gonna DM layer this because I didn't have to. And you hear a really loud crackling sound. Like it sounds like something is freezing. And you see the place where he sort of entered into. You see a huge, or not huge, you just see a sheet of ice just coalesce and firm up, blocking the threshold. That's his turn. Snow, what do you do?
I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast my spiritual weapon.
Okay. What's your spiritual weapon again?
Of course you would ask me that. Yeah, it can just be a glaive. Like an ethereal copy of ice.
Unfortunately, I should have asked you about this before. Don't really want to... Okay, well, this will do for now. Where's it going to be? Actually, here, I'm going to give you control of it.
Sweet.
Not camera. Where'd your name go? There you are. Okay, you have control of it now.
So it's gonna be right here, and it's gonna attack this guy.
Alright, roll it. That is just enough to hit. Dang. Solid hit.
And then I'm gonna go up this way here. And since that was a bonus action, I can cast like inflict wounds, right?
What was my ruling on this before? Did I say anything with cantrip or with leveled spells, bonus actions against the rules? Does anybody remember?
I don't think you mentioned a comment yet. I mean, you can make that decision now.
Yeah. Okay, well, the rule, for now, rules are you can only cast cantrips if you cast a leveled spell as a bonus action.
Okay. So I'm just gonna slice this guy with ice.
Alright. That's a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. That's it.
It. Alright. This guy is sort of weaseling his way through his companions, and you watch him as he is reaching into a little pouch on his belt. He pulls out a rock of some kind. And I need somebody to roll me a d12, please. 5. Okay. Perfect. You see, he takes a stone and he rubs it against the blade of his dagger, and you see sort of this blue-tinged energy start to coalesce onto it, and he just slices the ground and he moves a little bit closer, and he looks like he puts up his he gets into a fighting stance.
Range?
Yeah, technically.
I think you got 10 feet, right?
Okay, I'm gonna try and get this guy with ice.
Okay. That is a miss, unfortunately. So he gets in a fighting stance, and you try to swipe at him with a quick turn, but he is a little bit too fast, and you just kind of barely shave his backside. And then he looks down at Maeve, ready. Chaticus, what are you doing?
All right, let's see. I'm going to tra-la-la my way up here. I will bonus action.
As soon as you
to
get
cast...
there, he is going to attack. Ready to
Oh,
action.
dear.
So you get close to him. He, as you start to enchant your staff, he strikes in with his dagger. Oh, and he crit too.
That'll hit then.
So that's going to be 9 piercing damage plus 5 cold.
Yikes.
That you may continue your turn.
All right, well, I certainly didn't enjoy that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Shillelagh with my bonus action, then action Booming Blade, and try to take off his noggin.
All right.
Yeah. What we got? There's a button.
That's a hit.
Ba-da.
All right.
And
Good.
because he attacked me, I know he can't attack me again, so I'm going to scuttle away in pain.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Sorry. This guy starts to move in towards Snow. He kind of tiptoes around. He kind of like is avoiding the spectral glaive as he's pulling out his own stone and sharpening his dagger quickly. And you see need the thingy. You see sparks of electricity start to crackle around it. And he is going to attempt to attack Snow.
Good.
Strikes in. 22 to hit. For 3 piercing plus 1 lightning. Then he attacks again for 9.
That is a miss.
Alright. The one that's in front of the spectral blade goes to fight... Wait a minute. Maeve, you would go up before all these guys because of your dex mod. So it's Maeve's turn.
So Maeve's going to move in on this guy that hit Chaticus, and she's going to use her longsword.
Alright. Cut him to ribbons. That's a hit.
And as she does that, she's also going to use Blinding Fire.
Yeah. Roll damage and give me that. You slice. She finds, like, as she's... The intent of the fire starts to, like, burn within her. She notices that she has already cleaved straight through this man as he topples over.
Okay. Well, then she'll attack the guy right behind him with her sword.
Alright. I'll move him out of the way for you. That's a hit.
And she will use the Blinding Fire on him then.
Alrighty. So, dex save for him. He fails. Another fire. Hey, but you know what? You blinded him, so... He is
True enough.
blinded until the... What is it again? What's the language?
I'm keying it up for you.
Alright. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That's gonna do it.
Start of your next turn. Okay. Okay. Alright. The one in front of the spectral glaive. I'm gonna, like, shrink this down a bit, just so that it doesn't look too ridiculous. He also pulls out a stone, and he is going to sharpen his knife, and crackling lightning starts to coalesce around the blade, and then he strikes in at Snow. She is right in front of him. 11.
Nope.
And then 10.
Nope.
So what's it look like when she's defending herself?
He has a dagger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine she's just using the shaft of ice to, like, parry.
Alright. You just block it with ease, staring at him coldly. This guy. Sure. The guy near the stairs also pulls out one of those stones. Begins to sharpen his blade. Oh, do I have anything special for that? Nope. And you see, like, this corrosive-looking fluid start to drip off of it as he... wait, hold on. As he approaches... He's going to stand over his companion. Approaches Maeve and attempts to attack her. 7 to hit, and then an 8.
Misses. Misses.
Alright. She just brings up her shield. Clang, clang. Alright. The one in front of Snow. Also sharpens his blade. And that'll be... Snow, you feel you see a familiar cold energy start to coalesce around his blade, and he strikes in to attack you. 18 to hit.
Yep.
For 6 piercing and... 4 cold. And he strikes in again. 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 piercing and 2 cold.
That's getting close.
That guy is dead, so there we go. It is Bit's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna come running up to this guy here and clobber him over the head.
Alright. That's a hit. 7 bludgeoning. Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna give him a punch to the stomach.
That's a miss, unfortunately, as he just kind of takes your paw and like pushes it away. Martial arts, anything? Nix?
Let's spend a key point
Okay.
and Flurry of Blows.
How many of those do you have left?
We got 4 left.
Okay. You have 5 because you're level 5, and I know that you used Fury of Blows a lot in the Null Cave, so I'm just... Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I don't
Did
think
I
got
in
a
the
short
cave?
rest.
Maybe not. Go ahead and roll.
Why was it up to 5 again?
Because
Okay,
sometimes
sorry.
the sheets reset. Like I had to readjust my spell sheet.
Okay, I'm just going to
Roll them.
try his stomach again a couple times.
Okay. That's a hit. 9 bludgeoning. Okay. That's a hit. 4 bludgeoning. Alright. Cool. Oh, okay. Cool. Anything else? Any more movement?
That's all.
Alright, you're not there. Or Snow.
Okay, I'm immediately gonna use Cure Wounds on my.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, you're low. Wow.
Oh my god.
Ouch. But hey, it's something.
Yeah, level 3 healing, okay.
Ooh, that was level 3. Ouch. Okay. Still got your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, the roll 20's being really slow.
Come on, roll 20. Don't make me have to-
Spiritual weapon's gonna hit this guy.
This guy?
No, the one on the left.
The one that Maeve's engaged with?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hit. 9 force damage. Not looking good. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Shadicus.
All right. As my bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Spirit for my second level to. I'd like to put it on Snow again.
Alright, let me draw you a thing. Healing Square.
Oh, it costs an action. It's a bonus action to move it. So, action to put it on her. Bonus action to move it right here.
Right there?
So she gets the health and moves off of her so I can run up and get it real quick too.
Okay.
So I'll move up and then I'll back up so she can get back at it. But essentially, we both roll d6s, but I'll just roll 2 of them real fast. First one will be for her, second one will be for me.
Okay.
Hey-ya! Oh, I only rolled 1. So that's for you. Take 5. And for me, yata, 4.
Alright.
That's action, bonus action, and movement, so I'll just stay right there.
Alright. Maeve, the one engaged with you, attempts to attack.
When his turn starts, I'd like to give him a little chokey choke. Can you make a con save for me? DC 15?
10 aura?
Yeah, 10 foot.
Gotcha.
10 foot around me at any time is just double damage if I have the spore like crown thing.
He fails.
So he takes 1 damage.
1 damage.
Yeah.
He's definitely not looking good. But he coughs a little bit and then strikes in at Maeve. 18 to hit.
Meets.
Meets for 6 piercing and... Oops. 1 lightning. Then he attacks again. Ooh, for 22. For 5 piercing and 3 lightning. And that's his turn. It's your turn,
Oh
Maeve.
my. So is this guy that hit me?
No, this one.
I thought he was blinded.
Oh! That changes things. Okay. That's weird. I thought the ping isn't working. That's a shame. Okay, let me re-roll those attacks. One of them would have missed you, so take off... Actually, what's your AC? 18?
18.
Okay, then they both miss. So go ahead and give yourself that damage back and... Teach him to have the DM fuck up the fact that he's blind. Hey, you're blind.
Hey, you're blind.
Alright, it's your
So
turn.
she's just gonna swing at this guy again
Alright.
with her sword.
That's a miss.
And she's gonna swing again.
That's it. Alright, you describe how you want to kill him. He did.
So she swings her sword the first time and it hits the ground.
Okay.
And so she comes up from the swing and swings it up and through his torso.
Yeah. A nasty, nasty cut as he crumples to the ground. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. Snow, this one here in front of your glaive is going to strike at you.
Okay.
Wow. 21 to hit for 5 piercing. And an additional 4 lightning. And then he attacks again. That's a crit.
I'm unconscious.
Yikes.
I'm pretty sure it won't go over your total health. What's your total health?
31.
Oh yeah, not a chance. Alright. You see Snow drop in front of you. That is his turn. And then one over here is going to attack Bit. Rolls a natural 1. And an 8. I'm not picking on you, I swear, Snow. It's just happening. That's his turn. Now it is the one over by Snow, who is going to step over her, kicking her. Oh, dang it. My bad. Hold on. Kicking her disrespectfully, and is going to strike in at Maeve. 7 to hit.
Misses.
14 to hit.
Misses. She's gonna repost.
All
Wait,
right.
can she repost? Let me make sure I have the die.
You have your reaction.
Okay, I'm gonna repost.
And the die. I see what you mean. My bad. That's a hit. 9 slashing. Alright. And that's it for him. Bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and kick this dude in the nuts.
Okay. That's a miss.
Second.
That's a hit. For 8 damage. He does not look good as he kind of... as you strike him in the jewels.
Well, that's it for me.
Are you sure? Did you forget how monks work?
Yep.
Martial arts, bonus action.
You get free punchies.
Alright, turnover. Snow, roll a death save. That is 1 successful death save. Chaticus, it's your turn.
I'm going to approach kind of gingerly into the zone. Heal my d6.
This guy is standing between you and Snow.
All right. And then I'm going to kind of look over his shoulder down at my fallen companion, and I'm going to be like, she will haunt me forever if I allow her to die before a mission is complete. So, bonus action, I'm going to move it onto her.
Okay.
And she'll heal 1d6.
Alright, Snow.
Now with an action, I'm just going to push my staff kind of into his chin and hope it does something.
That's a miss. As he just kind of doink.
Does a 13 hit?
Well, Snow is prone and just woke up. So
incapacitated.
You
don't have to get it to me. I'll just stay there and take the pain.
Well, yeah, I in good conscience, because her eyes just shot open in this moment. That's a second, so yeah. Alright, so that misses. It is a dead guy's turn, so he doesn't get to go. Maeve, it's your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and swing at this guy here so that he doesn't hurt my friends anymore.
Alright.
Please do that.
That's just enough to hit.
And if he's still alive, I'm going to take another swing.
He is.
They are beefy lads.
That's a hit and a kill.
Okay.
The spiritual weapon is still active, by the way. That was
I was just looking at that.
Sage advice. It's still active awesomely. Alright. So this guy kind of sheepishly walks around the glaive, the spectral glaive. And then
when he walks in that zone, can I reaction to choke him a bit?
Sure.
15?
15 con. These guys he rolled a 16.
Alright, he's good.
He's going to attack Maeve. 22 to hit.
It hits.
That's going to be 6 piercing and 1 lightning. Then he winds up again for another slash with his dagger. And I'm rolling hot crits tonight. But that was a sad crit. So 4 piercing plus 5 lightning. And that is his turn. Bit, the one directly in front of you, is going to attack. 18 to hit.
Hits.
For 3 piercing and 3 acid. And then he winds up again. 14 to hit.
Misses.
Misses as you dodge nimbly. After feeling some of this corrosive acid sort of seeping into your wound, it's ah! That's his turn. That one's dead. It is now your turn, Bit.
I'm going to claw at him.
Alright. That's a hit. That's a kill. You still have movement and stuff. As he starts to fall to the ground, as you slice through his face.
Gonna jump over him to that one there.
Alright.
And I'm gonna claw at him.
Heck yeah. That's a hit. 5 slashing. Alright. Would you like to use your monk bonus action?
So I can do a bonus action and with an unarmed strike, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna hit him in the side because I guess he's facing me.
For now, yeah. We'll flavor it that way. That's a hit. For 8 bludgeoning. He does not look good at all. Anything else?
I think that's everything.
Snow.
Alright, I'm getting up and I'm hitting this guy.
We'll get your 5 first.
Alright, that's a hit. And how do you describe killing this cultist?
So he's facing. Is he facing Maeve or Bit?
He's kind of like looking between them because, you know, they're both on his flanks.
I just want to push the pointy end of my glaive right through his.
Yeah, Maeve and Bit, you see, like, as this guy is, you know, he's in a fighting stance with his blade, he just got a nick on Maeve, and then the glaive that is named Ice pierces through his chest.
I'll use my foot to, like, push him off of the end of the glaive.
And they crumple to the ground. What do you do?
Well, that wasn't fun.
Does this world have congas?
Congas.
Yeah, like a conga line dance.
In some places, sure.
Well, Chadicus is going to suggest that we make a conga line and kind of walk through this little zone like twice real fast. Or 3 times, or 4 times.
How many rounds was it up for? About 3?
It was up for 2.
Oh, it was up for 2?
Yeah, because I hit myself twice, but we only had 2 rounds.
I will let you cheese it up. Go ahead and
everyone take that many.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. That's fine.
I only have 1 level 2 left, so I'm getting my usage out of them at least.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are we doing? I'm lost.
Heal, because the spell that he's using is interestingly worded, and it allows for a little bit of cheese, and this is the result of that. It would take too long to explain, but just accept the 27 healing if you follow Chadicus's advice to, like, walk back and forth through this mystical aura of healing.
Oh, okay.
The idea is that it heals you each time you move through it, and we have like a minute to make mad dashes through it. I only do 1 pass, and then I instruct, Snow to pretty much lie on it and roll around.
I think the game is punishing me for last week.
Don't think like that. It's the law of averages.
I went into a hallway and I got crit like 3 times by monks in the same round, so...
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
I wanted to cry out, "Leave Snow alone!"
Yeah, So, what do you guys do?
Well, we should probably talk to your old associates now, seeing that he's tried to kill us.
Do these guys have anything on them?
Investigating the one guy, investigating all of them, you don't find much on them except for like some chump change, and I'll roll that in a second. But on I
believe one of them was killed before he could use the stone, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So you find this. Yeah. You find this. Your characters don't know what this is, but you players do. It's an elemental rosin, unstable rosin.
This was the thing they used to make their weapons different elements.
How do you think it works?
They kind of just threw it, like, haphazardly at their weapons.
I mean, it looks like they kind of, like, took it and, like, just dragged it down the blade, and then it just kind of, like, sort of poofed into, like, dust and, like, moved into the weapon.
Well, does somebody want to put it on their weapon?
I think you would be the most likely target for that.
Oh man, this is metagame bait.
I mean...
No, it's funny because, you guys know what these do.
I will not profane my blade with other elemental magics.
That is what I was assuming, and Bit seems to use mostly her paws in combat. And I certainly am not slashing up individuals as often as you are.
Hey, Mike, would it allow me to put it on my claws?
Yeah. We had this conversation
with... I don't want it now. I don't want it there. I was just wondering about it.
We had this conversation with Valora.
No, with, what was it, Cealholdt?
Oh, right.
It was Cealholdt on her horns.
But I think we also put it on Valora's claws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, too.
So. A few minutes pass, and are you guys doing anything immediately after you find this stone and have that conversation?
Well...
Maeve's gonna snatch up the stone. Well, if nobody else is gonna use it, I am.
All yours.
Well, speaking of using things, I kind of look over the bodies. I could make our next encounter with their boss a little bit more populated.
Oh,
Is it a D12, Mike?
Yes, a D12. The item, it's in the magic items. It's I'm not gonna keep trying to find
It,
ambience.
it
I'll
would take
find
a
it.
minute, but some of the magics I have been gifted with could maybe make these opponents of ours friends for a small amount of time.
Maeve, you see when you use this thing, the dust kind of like settles into your magic sword, and it works. You see this corrosive fluid just kind of seemingly oozing from the blade itself.
Well, this is gonna make it a little more dangerous.
Chaticus, they are blasphemers. Do what you will with their body.
Well, I will begin doing the ritual. If you want to go deal with our friend upstairs, you might do so, or at least scout it out.
I want to see what this ice sheet is.
Okay, so you walk up to it, and you see it. You can see through it to the other side. It looks like it's only about a foot thick. Music. Dang it. No, it's not that. I just... Because of the whole fan burst dying, I have to, like, scramble, and I don't have a good... hello? Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. That means the stream... Is the stream alive? What the fuck? Waiting endpoint. Oh shit, what the fuck? Whoa. Did Discord just die? Is my stream alive? Hello?
hello?
Whoa.
Huh? That was
Hello?
weird. It's like we all disconnected at the same time.
Holy shit, okay. And I just got the,
I changed our channel.
the server location?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that was weird. And I just got the standby for technical difficulty sign up. And now I put it down. Okay. I
Well,
don't
if
think...
we have the time. Oh, go ahead.
No, okay, what was Snow gonna do? Because I think we cut out right when I asked her, right when you approached it, and I was like, you can see through the other side, it's like a foot thick.
What happens if I touch it?
It feels cold like ice.
Is it like solid ice or is it like somewhat crumbly, flaky?
You kind of knock at it, and it seems like it's just ice. You know how much force it takes to break solid ice. You feel that you could probably do so with ice, your glaive ice.
Okay, I'm gonna take the butt of ice and start
Roll attack.
smacking.
Okay, so you start to crack at it, and it takes about 30 seconds, and you bust it open, and it just kind of shatters to the ground. And you have a way through.
In that time, I would like to be casting a spell on this dude right here.
Sure, what's the spell? Whoa, animate... Oh, snap, somebody has animate dead. Okay. What's this look like?
Yes. So I'm just gonna kind of like sit down and start just whispering and murmuring over him as I set out a few things. I grab a little bit of flesh from this guy and a little bit of bone dust over here. I kind of swirl it as a dark kind of black ichor kind of pools out of his eyeballs as he suddenly starts to twitch and meanders to a position where he's standing up as an animated zombie.
Okay. I'm gonna drag a Zomble onto the board. Give me a second.
You can start seeing like little fungusy things growing in the various orifices, ears and eyes and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
I'm just gonna
There's not much to look at, but he'll be very useful for setting off traps, perhaps.
give you a token, give you control of the
He
token.
looks a little creepy.
A fitting
Oh, it's
end.
very common, actually. There's many fungus that will use their influence to actually control other creatures. I know parasites that also do it. Bring them to water for their birthing rites. Just simple acts of nature, or magic in this case. I kind of like dust him up and make sure he's nice and clean and presentable.
All right.
Hand him his little sword and say, all right, follow along.
You should be able to move him around. And I'll copy him if it becomes relevant later. But, so, Snow, you go up this passageway.
Yes.
You go up this passageway. You find your way up to the top of the top of the spire. This little trap, or this little hatch. And you see the shack up close. And you rush inside, and just as you rush inside, you see Cealholdt on the back of this creature that looks like it's half eagle, half horse, as it flaps its wings mightily. Whoa. Yes, it makes a noise like that. It flaps its wings mightily, and it just takes off into the air. Is there anything you'd like to attempt to do? You have, like, enough time for one action.
How close am I to it?
You're about 15 feet away, I'll say.
So I could potentially do cold front?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the macro, and I'm going to do some looking. Okay. So that definitely won't. All right. So let me thingy here. The cold sort of rolls over Cealholdt. It doesn't even seem to affect him. The hippogriff, however, and unfortunately that damage isn't enough to kill it, but it might be humorous. All right, it saves. So it basically just screeches loudly, and like you see a visible shiver as it's taking off, and in a second it's like 50 feet away from you, and it's going fast. It starts to head in an easterly direction.
Would we like to pursue?
Absolutely.
And Snow, after like you're standing there for like a couple seconds thinking your thoughts, you turn and you see inside the shack. It looks like there's like a couple of not racks, hooks on the wall to like hold equipment, and in the middle there's like this pedestal made of it looks like it's molded clay, and you look at it and there's like a slot, but there's nothing in the slot. And just as you kind of like peer at it, you feel a sensation of falling suddenly, and a shudder. Everyone feels this. What do you do?
You said we had an action while he was flying away.
You didn't go up with her, did you?
No, It depends if she left it like in the 30 seconds I was finishing up.
I figured you guys didn't say anything, so I figured Snow went up by herself.
I don't know any of this. You're good.
So Snow is up at the top. You guys are down at the bottom. This place is starting to shake. What do you do?
I'm gonna get away from it if it's shaking.
I mean, the whole structure is shaking.
Yeah, the floatingness is no floating.
I'm gonna run to the stairs. Are they shaking?
All right. I mean, the whole structure, the entire structure is starting to waver and shake.
Yeah, head to the stairs and get
Okay.
down.
Is everyone doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna head upwards. I'm just making sure before I make this decision. We play where I can conjure animals and pick the animals, or is it the one where you just pick them for me?
Oh god, you pick them. I'm not going to deal with that.
All right, so I want to go upwards as I am going to, straight Gandalf this stuff and bring out some eagles.
Okay. So Chaticus, you get a free pass for this. Everyone else needs to make a either an athletics or acrobatics check.
This game wants me dead.
Holy shit, this game really does want you dead. Okay, so Maeve, Snow, and Bit are scrambling down these stairs. Snow, you find you're having a tough time getting down. Are you not proficient in athletics? I guess not.
Sure am not.
All right. So Bit is graceful and just bounds down these spiral staircases. Maeve, you sort of slip a little bit and you get slowed up. Snow, it's even worse for her. And as Chaticus, as you're floating down and you see your allies like starting to get off, you see this whole structure starting to fall onto them. And Bit, you manage to get out of the way just in time. Maeve, you don't get out fast enough, and a lot of the earth just kind of like drops onto you. But you're sort of out of you're out of the way enough to where it doesn't do too much. Snow, you are completely buried.
Great.
So Maeve and Snow are going to take some damage. So that's going to be 10 bludgeoning and 4 cold, as the whole structure just falls on you. Snow, you are restrained. This whole situation happens. Does that take you out, Snow?
No.
Okay.
Not back to Fallout, she should be good.
So you're sort of restrained under this earth, and like Maeve, your head is the top of your body is like sticking out. What do you do?
I start to dig Maeve out first so she can help with snow.
I command the eagle to fly over to Bit, and I say, "Why don't you follow him, and I'll excavate them."
Oh man. So Bit, you look up into the sky, and I mean, at this point, it's getting farther and farther away. But the direction is pretty clear. It's in this sort of east by northeast direction.
The eagle flies very fast. Just scout out. I'll be able to get them out. Don't worry.
And jump off.
Okay. How long are you gonna go, Bit?
As she's going away, I'll say, "You have an hour with the bird."
Half an hour because I gotta make half an hour back.
Wait, what?
The eagle has an hour time limit.
So I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. What's
so
the eagle?
Half an hour coming back.
What's the eagle's
The eagle's
speed?
fly speed is 80.
80. Okay. Well, all right.
He's a fast boy.
How big is this? How big is this eagle?
It is a large.
Okay. So.
It is a large beast, neutral, good, fly speed of 80.
Okay. I'm gonna need to make a map. Let's take 5 while I do that. And I will say that it's easy enough to dig out snow. Actually, let me ask an important question. If you came up to hostility, Bit, would you continue to pursue? Oh, maybe Nick's left.
Yeah, you
Oh.
said the 5.
sorry.
She might have left.
What was it?
I asked if you came up to hostility. Well, first, I need to check. I need to check a thing real quick. I'm still recovering from the fanburst thing, so my setup is all broken.
Yeah. I understand that.
Hippogriff. because I don't have any music going on right now, and I know that definitely adds. Speed of hippogriff. Wow. So the eagle's faster than the hippogriff. Hoo-wee. Okay. So, what do you command? Okay, well, let me ask this important question. If Bit came up to like hostility, like if she was, because the eagle's fast enough to catch up and overtake. So, would she fight if this person were to like attack her? Because she is high in the air right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how powerful he is, and yes, I'm high in the air, so I would just...
You just kind of like hang back, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Like, I think what I would do is I'd, like, fire some sunbolts off at, what is he riding again?
he's riding a hippogriff.
Griffin?
Hippogriff, yeah.
And make it fall so that he'll be on foot.
Okay. So if you attack, he's gonna try to do the same to the eagle.
Okay, maybe I wouldn't do that.
I mean, like when you like, so I'll paint the picture. I wish I had music for this, but I'll paint the picture. So when you do that, he fires back this cold burst of energy, and it hits the eagle. I mean, it probably would hit the eagle. It's a giant eagle, then I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a giant eagle. It's AC like 11 or 13.
It's 13 with so they're comparable. So it would definitely it would definitely hit. He's a pretty powerful dude. He definitely hit the eagle, and you can sort of tell that the eagle doesn't have much stuff.
I mean, you got slow fall. You're fine.
Oh my god. You do have snow.
And I do.
Okay, do you?
But
So
I have to make my way back to you guys, and who knows what I'll run into. Or would I get back on the eagle?
I was suggesting just scout to make sure we know where he's heading. You don't have to fight him. Don't take that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not gonna fight him.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you were following your heart as Bit, and if like you were to engage and you wanted to make it happen, I could have made a map. But okay, all right. So then Bit returns about an hour later, and I will give you a route after the break.
I'm here.
All right, Senna. All right, we will continue. All right, so looking the sort of direction he goes as you sort of like keep a decent distance from him. Doesn't seem to notice you because I think Bit sort of thinks better of challenging him with being so high up in the air. Unless that's what are her thoughts? Do you want to go into like just a quick little description of what Bit might be thinking as she's racing after this guy?
I don't want him to get away. We need to find out exactly where he's going. I don't want to let the others down.
Okay. Well, half hour passes and he's still going strong. And at this point, does Bit turn around or does she keep going?
I have to turn around.
All right. So you see, you get this kind of path when you turn around in the sort of east by northeasterly direction. So do you? And during this time, what are Chadicus and the others doing?
How long did it take for us to,
It took about
get to all of them out of the box?
It took about. I would definitely say it took a half hour to dig her out, but she wasn't in any danger of like suffocating or anything. It seemed like the earth, now that it's like on the ground, it seems like the earth is very fluffy.
Well, that was an experience. So, Snow, you said you knew that fellow. Who was he?
A member of my parish who decided to leave.
For being part of a cult?
I suppose so. He
What can we...
apparently received ice powers overnight and has been slowly leeching my members.
Well, this doesn't sound good.
It is quarrelsome. Most certainly. Where do you think he would go?
You did hear him mention a spire.
The only thing I know of is whatever spire he was talking about.
Do I know any notable spires kind of close by?
Roll history.
Okay.
It's gonna be a high DC because you don't have that much to do. Definitely not to
No,
dice.
Better chance, yeah. Might get a way better chance, but
You any other than the spires of rock that sort of surround Forstride, something sort of like pings in your memory, but you're not sure. But other than that, you can't discern anything else.
No, I'm afraid I don't know any spires.
Would Maeve?
Which way did Maeve come from? Like, when traveling to Forstride, which way did she come from?
Well, she would have come. She would have come from the west.
Okay. Then you would have a very slim chance of knowing. So if you want to roll, go ahead. It's just going to be a super high DC.
Okay.
Okay, well, that was it, DC. So, in your time in Force Stride, while sort of between getting there and arriving at the Wayshield's headquarters, you were eating at some restaurant on the market street, and you heard a conversation between some fellows that you've never seen before because you're not in Force Stride, but it stuck out in your memory because you remember hearing them talk about a league of aviators that rode on winged beasts.
So I was in a restaurant one day and I overheard some gentlemen speaking about a group of people who ride winged beasts. Maybe this is where it's headed.
Well, he was riding a, I think it was a hippogriff. Could be worth investigating, or at least mentioning to Gordon.
So we should go back and check in with Gordon then, huh?
Well, we've completed our mission. We still haven't met our contact, though. Perhaps we should go back to the tree.
Oh, no, I guess it wasn't clear. The contact made it back to Force Stride. They just left.
Right.
They just left behind markers for your benefit, because it's not their job to go after stuff that's off the road if it's not obviously dangerous to regular humanoid folk immediately. So
Gotcha. In that case, yes, I think we've completed our mission. It would be about time to head back. Once, Bit returns with my eagle.
yeah, at that point, Bit flies down, and the eagle, just as she reaches the ground, the eagle poofs back to the Fae.
I try to quickly say, thank you. Oh, I could never get that timing right.
And Bit, you have returned.
followed him as far as I could.
How far is that?
How many miles did I go?
Your best
I think
guess
I got
is
it.
about 7.
Wow.
Yeah, about 7.
He certainly has a way to go then. Well, did we all want to rest here, or did we want to find somewhere else?
What time is it?
Late afternoon. The sun is maybe a few hours from setting, or maybe like 2 or 1.5 hours from setting.
Here might be as good a place as any, seeing we've
That's
cleared
what
it
I
out.
was thinking too.
Okay. In that case, decide how your watches will go.
Maeve will take first watch again.
I'll do second.
I
Maeve.
will do third.
Okay. There's definitely going to be all kinds of coverage because we have 2 elves. So, Bit would wake up and Maeve would still be awake. Or be able to continue if she wanted to.
I stay up a little while with it.
Alright. Is Chaticus gonna take a watch?
I'll take the final one.
Okay. Okay. Let me do some stuff. First, let me roll a thing. GM roll, if you will. Okay. My generic.
Snow will stay up with Chaticus as well for the final watch.
Okay. Is there any, So, I rolled for it, and, I know when things are gonna happen, so if you guys want to role play out any conversations during the night, feel free while I do a thing. Starting with Bit and, Maeve, if you wish.
Maeve's just gonna go nudge Bit when it's her turn and just say, "Wake up, sweetie. You need to take a turn."
I wake up.
Did you sleep all right?
I did. Did you notice anything on your watch?
It's been really quiet. That makes me nervous. I'm just gonna sit with you for a while.
Sounds good. So, I'm listening. Do I hear anything?
During your watch, you hear, nothing.
No, see anything?
You do not see anything. Actually, where are you in relation to the Knoll Nest?
I feel like we took some cover, some shelter behind where the spire fell,
Okay.
so that we're not visible.
Okay. So your watch passes without incident, Bit. And at this point, Snow would probably come out of her trance.
And Maeve is gonna go into hers.
Have we heard anything or seen anything, Bit?
Quite quiet. Hopefully it's the same for you.
Yes, I hope so as well.
Good night.
Good night.
During those first couple of hours, you don't hear anything except for the winds that kind of blow over the hills and plains. And it gets to be the 7th hour of this long rest. And I don't know if Chaticus is going to wake up on his own or not.
He's had a long day. He's probably going to need a nudge.
Yeah, I'll go over and nudge Chaticus.
Oh. Right, watching.
Chaticus and Snow, roll me perception checks. Oof. Chaticus, about 10 minutes into your watch, you hear the familiar sounds of growls and the chuckling laughter of gnolls coming from the direction of the nest.
I don't want to alert you, Snow, but it seems like we might not have gotten all the gnolls.
Should
Do you
we
hear
wake
it?
the others?
They don't seem to be coming toward you. In fact, after a few moments, the sounds stop. Like, they don't stop suddenly, they just kind of, like, fade away. In fact, that was a really good perception roll, so you hear a little bit of an echo, or a little bit of a reverb.
They're a good ways off. I suggest we let them rest. They had a long day.
Chaticus,
Yes.
I just wanted to take a moment and thank you.
For what?
Without you, I would probably be dead.
Well, we all protect each other. They'd be hitting me or striking at me if you weren't in front, fighting the way you do. It's a balance, it all is. I see great usefulness in our alliance, though it started off on more shaky of terms.
Yes. I'm not particularly great with words outside of my religion, but I wanted you to know that I appreciate all your help.
Well, I'm just trying to do what Orimia would want of me. And we're doing good. Many people will be protected, and infestations like this has to be quelled.
Snow nods.
Is there anything else with that scene?
I think we're just gonna, quietly look out into the forest.
Alright, so you guys don't get accosted when you finish the long rest. And when you finish the long rest, go ahead and level up to 6.
Dun dun dun.
As it was my goal from the outset of the B-sides to make sure that they're only a level behind the main party. So go ahead and level up.
What?
Another session of leveling up. Most favorite thing. Although, this is an interesting point for Maeve, because she gets an ability score increase.
Oh yeah, fighters. Fighters are fun.
Or a feat. But it's up to her.
Feet.
Feet.
Legs. Calves.
So the Tempest domain at 6th level, are we going to reflavor that to cold damage?
What's the feature?
Because it says at 6th level, when you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can also push it up to 10 feet away from you. I feel like that would be a little a little
Cheesy?
insane with ice.
Why don't we have a once per turn when you hit with ice with this feature in mind. When you hit with cold damage, the creature needs to make a con save against your spell save, and if it fails, its speed's reduced by 10. What do you think?
That sounds good to me.
All right, go ahead and punch that in. Because you get that kind of the ice ray of frost kind of vibe. Yeah. Don't forget, the floor is the average for hit die rolls, so. At least for leveling up, not for short rests.
Alright, I gotta roll a die.
Roll a die!
Roll a die! Make sure that's good. I was reading my level 6 ability. I totally forgot what it was for the spore thing.
What is
making
it?
Making a lot more zombies.
Ooh. Oh yeah, the zombie was crushed. There's no way it got out.
There's
Are you
no way.
kidding me?
It's too slow. It couldn't have gotten on the eagle either. It's very slow.
I mean, well, what did I roll for that damage? It was 14.
I can roll. I can roll to see if it makes its con save.
Undead Fortitude.
That's
Wait.
about it.
How much health does a normal zombie have?
Let's take a look.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Zombie fight. I like skeletons better, but they were definitely too fresh to be skeletons. They have 22 hit points, actually.
Oh, so then it would have been like scrambling a little bit.
So it just finally digs out in the morning.
You just kind of like, it just kind of like you see like its hand like start to come up like Night of the Living Dead, like it just comes out and you're like, oh, hey. And
I thought I was
it's
forgetting something.
It's down to you can keep track of the zombie's stat block. I trust you to do that.
Yeah, I got it.
It comes down to like, you know, however much HP is left, and it just kind of like wobbles over to you.
Well, you look worse for wear, but we can still use you. So yeah, I got that done. Zombie up. I need to roll a hit die, and then I'm ready to go. So yeah, I'll take the average and go by 6.
What's my average, Mike?
6.
I'm looking.
So 6
Okay.
plus 2 is 8.
Plus your con. Yeah.
It looks like Snow rolled above average, which I feel like she deserves after that beating.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to find a feat.
Ooh, fun stuff.
Do that and max out your dex. But it's up
Also
to
fun
you.
stuff.
Also fun stuff because it gives you more initiative. And take the average, Nyx, which is going to be 5 plus 2, so 7. It increases your initiative, increases your AC, increases your 2-hit. Dex is the god stat of 5e.
I think I'm going to do that.
Very good.
Nice. Now your AC is 19, I believe. On par with Zachriel.
Damn fighters.
Zachriel at 98 HP at level 7.
You beefcakes, you.
I only have 53.
I'm an old fat man. I don't have much.
That's why I keep standing in front of you.
I am very grateful for all of you standing in front of me.
So just let me know when you're done.
We're just waiting for Nick to get back, I think.
No, I'm back. I'm just
Oh, you're back?
leveling. I get an extra key point, don't I?
You do, and you also get a bunch of shit. Monks.
The stunning stuff. You get to be like,
Oh,
"Yo,
your paws are magic now.
Yes. I don't understand that. Like,
So it just means, in meta terms, it just means that if there's a stat block creature that's like, I mean, I'm gonna remember this, so it's not too big of a deal, but it just means that like if a creature's like resists bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from a weapon from a non-magic attack, you don't have to worry about that now. You won't deal half damage to a creature like that. You'll deal all the damage because your claws and your
you can
kicks
punch
are-
werewolves in the face."
Yeah.
so it's like I dipped my paws into some magic powder and they're magic now.
No, they're just
Yeah,
magic because your key just fuels them. Your monk training has let you tap into a part of your essence to empower your strikes. But you can flavor it as magic powder if you want to. Key empowered strikes. Oh, okay, you get more stuff from... Oh, yeah, okay. So from Sun Soul, you can cast Burning Hands as a bonus action after making an attack.
Lots of neat stuff.
Right, okay. I just added the Searing Arc Strike, so now I do Burning Hands.
I believe it reads, when you take the attack action, you can spend 2 key points to cast Burning Hands as a bonus action. So you could go claw, and then extend your hands, and then like have like fire just burst out.
Ooh, actually, my Halo Spores got beefier too.
Nice.
I didn't realize that. So now I do D6 damage with that.
All right.
That's not bad at all. Reaction damage. It is necrotic though.
Pretty solid. All right.
It's interesting as subclass. I'm trying to get like the meta behind it right, or at least like the roleplay behind it right, because it's hard to do it. I got that.
Did you?
Where's that?
I don't actually remember you activating it.
So what it is I can always, at any time, use my Halo Spores, which is the invisible necrotic spores that are always around me.
Oh, okay.
But I can make it extra meaty, which is my, like, instead of wild shape form.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when I use one of my wild shapes to become this, like, entity,
I didn't realize
I double the damage, and I get, like, bonus health, and I do poison damage.
Gotcha. I didn't realize it was always on. That's cool.
No, that's my level 2.
Gotcha.
So, like, instead of becoming a bear, I get to... Because druids need more stuff.
So this Burning Hands, that's a spell?
Yeah, it's actually in the SRD, so you could just drag it onto your character sheet. Set up the casting stat to be Wisdom, and you're good to go.
So yeah, go over to the eye in the compendium and just type in Burning Hands, and you'll be able to drag it onto your character sheet, and then just change the stat to Wisdom. You'll be fine.
Mike, should I have 5 cantrips instead of 4?
You'll have to look at
Because
your sheet.
the cleric spell leveling table says 4 cantrips, and then I should have an extra one from my high elf
Yes.
racial.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, but that one uses intelligence, right?
Yes. Yeah, you have Ray of, you I believe you took Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
To keep with the flavor.
Flavor.
And you said I gotta change it to Wisdom?
Yeah, so it should be like there's a little drag and drop, or there's a little drop down for casting modifiers, or casting ability.
All right. We all leveled up.
It's underneath duration.
I am.
We all leveled up.
Level up.
All right. So the morning comes. What's your next move?
So, the way I see it, we have to deal with the gnolls. Afterwards, we can discuss going after your associate or heading back to Fourth Stride. But I do sense there are more gnolls here. Perhaps there's another one of those things that spits them out.
I agree with you. I think that we should probably go back. Though I am worried we didn't finish clearing that place.
We certainly must have missed something.
All right, so you guys are going to return to the cave. Is that
That's my vote.
I'm with you.
all right? So you guys return to the cave. As you get to that area, go ahead and Chaticus roll survival.
Ooh. Alright, let me change this. Survival, that button.
All right. 1 second. Just set up a new setup here. Music, soundboard. Slow. Whoa. What the? Copy link? Thank you.
This is a pretty dank cave.
Yeah. Alright. Kitties, can you hit the pause, please?
Sure.
With that roll, you notice that there are tracks here that weren't here before, Chaticus. And it looks like they were going into the cave. And that's a pretty good roll, so you can tell that there's about 4 of them.
I believe 4 or so, heading back into the cave. New. Would you like me to lead, or does someone else want to?
Surely we can handle 4.
Well, if they're the big ones, it might be more problematic, but it doesn't seem that way. I use this chance to use my feat spell and cast Mage Armor on myself. Pow. And
Alright.
I'm ready to go.
Okie dokie. Who is in front?
I will be in front.
I'll stick right behind her.
Alright.
I'll come up in third, I guess.
Gotcha. So as you enter the cave, back into the dark, take you there in a second. Okay. As you round a corner, Snow, go ahead and make a perception check. Alright. As you round a corner, your eye catches, in a split second, you see like the side of a knoll sort of peeking out. Yeah. And it looks like, in that moment, you notice it before it notices you, and it looks like it might be on guard.
It might be what?
On guard.
I'll, like, put my hand out and make motions that there's one up ahead.
I pass it down the line.
There's one on bread.
We get bread.
I turn to Maeve and I say, "Where'd he get bread?"
Where'd you get bread?
That was pretty loud. Snow, you hear the... and it starts to approach.
I'm gonna hold out, or hold on to Ice and see if he gets any closer.
He's walking closer.
I'm gonna ready a chill
And
touch.
it notices you. Roll initiative.
All right.
It cries out. Ah! And we'll see. Jerry, you go first. You hear a knoll go out. Rah!
Actually, I rolled a 19,
I know.
but
I got you. Then it's Maeve's turn.
Get him, Maeve.
I move forward and I can't see him.
Yeah, now.
I can now. Hold on, I have to see how far I can go here.
If you drag your token from where you are and you right-click, it'll have the ruler with you.
Ooh, where's my little Zombo?
Oh, your little Zombo. Wait, how long does that spell last?
It lasts for 24 hours, and then I have to recast it in order to keep him.
Okay, so you're still around. Blah, blah, blah. Let me give him to you. Give me a second here.
And he has a -2 to his initiative. And he's better than me.
I just have to assign the zombie stat block to you so that you can control it in the future. But for now...
I have it in another tab, but yeah.
Okay. Bad turn.
So she rolls at him and just swings her sword.
Alright.
And then she swings at him again.
Hit. You cut him deep for 15 damage. And it looks like he's turning to run, but Bit, it's your turn.
I'm gonna come running up, seeing what's all the commotion.
Nimbly ducking and weaving, you see Maeve engaged with this knoll.
Okay, so I can get up to him. Let's bonk him on his head with my paws.
Yeah. That's a miss. That's a hit. For 6. Alright.
Then what was that? I can do a bonus action and get him again, right?
Yeah.
Let's try the claws.
That's a hit. And you slice his face into ribbons as he crumples, just as he was about to turn away and try to get away. And we're sort of out of initiative, but Maeve, you hear down the hall the yips and yelps of more gnolls, and it seems to be getting louder.
Ooh,
Can I tell how many?
Roll perception. It's echoing all over the walls.
Well, can my cat ears hear better?
Pile on. Roll perception. You still can't exactly make out how many. Anyone else want to pile on this check?
I'm good.
Alright. So what do you guys do while they appear to be coming closer? What do you do?
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on me.
Okay.
I'm going to instruct my zombie to charge forward, so at his speed, he'll get there by turn 3.
Do you command him to move forward?
Yep, I command him to just start moving towards the cave.
Whoa. Alright, well then he gets to about here. When these guys get to about... Well, you can't really see them. They get to about there, this person here. So go ahead and roll initiative.
There it is. Wow.
Yay, Maeve's initiative worked this time. Alright. What'd you get for the Zomble? Oh, you put it in there already. Perfect.
Yes, I did.
Alright. Chaticus. I think one of them is in the line of sight for you. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll just kind of scoot my boots over here, and then I will cast a chill touch on this one right here.
Alright. That is a hit for 8 necrotic.
It didn't roll to hit.
Oh, I mistaked your initiative. Well, that misses.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see. Well, no, that's just damage. That's the thing.
Oh.
It removed my attack bit of it for some reason. Plus 6, yada yada yada. Alright, let's see. That should do it. 16 hit?
That's a hit.
So 8 damage?
Good thing, too. I already applied it. Anything else?
No, I already have my shillelagh from the last round, so I'll just chill here and kind of move over to the side.
Snow!
I'm gonna get over here. And I will whap this guy
Yeah.
with ice.
It's a hit. He certainly failed. Oh, well, he's dead. Never mind. He failed the con save because he's dead. His speed's 0 now. As you slice him in twain, leaving the open-ended parts frozen over. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Alright. This Knoll is going to scream and walk up to Snow, getting in your range.
Yeah, I'll take my opportunity attack.
Alright. That's a hit. For 6 damage. It's once per... Oh, wait, it works... If it's once per turn, then that means opportunity attacks work with that. So he needs to roll a con save. He passes. You see, like, his step is slowed just a little bit, but then after you attack him, he goes for you. He has a shitty spear in his hand, and he goes to try to stab Snow.
Does the zombie get an opportunity attack too?
No. It's a feat that she's using.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You take 10 piercing. Sorry.
Okay.
Look in the
Did he
chat.
crit?
Yeah, he critted. Look in the chat.
Oh, I can't see it.
No. The in the Discord. That's his turn. Maeve.
Maeve's going to move down and protect her friend. With a couple stabs with her sword.
Yeah. That's a miss. That's a hit. For 11 slashing. That's a good slice, as he does not look good now. Anything else?
Besides screaming in his face to try to scare him, nope.
Alright. That gnoll is dead as a doornail. It's a Zomble's turn. Nice. 17 hits. Does just enough to kill.
Oh my god.
Good job, little zombie.
That'll be his turn.
Alright, the gnoll, looking utterly terrified, attacks the Zomble.
It hits.
Oh my god, I fucking crit again.
Well, I guess I don't need to roll this staying around die. 10
damage?
Yeah, he's dead.
He just rips the head and the spine clean out of the torso and just like and looks at Maeve and Snow, and that's his turn. Bit.
Okay, I'm gonna come around here, see what's going on. Oh, I can get up to him.
Certainly can.
And let's run up to him and go for a kick.
Nimbly tiptoeing over these corpses. That's a hit. 5 bludgeoning, okay.
Punch him in the gut.
That's a hit. For 4, okay.
Bonus action with the claws.
Hit. For 5, alright. He's not looking good. Chadikas, it's your turn.
Chadikas will go forward. 10, 15. I will stand on this gnoll's corpse, and then I am going to do another chill touch from there.
Alright.
Does a 25 hit?
Yes, sir.
Non-damage.
What's this look like when you kill him?
I kind of like do the little under the chin scratch that you do with pups, but it just kind of keeps going a little too hard, and all of a sudden his jaw falls off, and you see his face slump into it like a little heap.
Yeah. And the cave grows silent around you after falling the snow. What do you do?
He had such a short, extra undead life. Well, good job. And I kind of just tap my zombies, like, decapitated head on the ground.
He was a good zombie.
Did you name him?
Oh, why would I name something so hideous? He served his purpose, and that's all he needed.
Do you guys think there are more?
I think it's a possibility.
Can I make a perception check and kind of listen into the cave?
Yes, you can.
I will do that. Yow.
You listen for a good minute, and you don't hear any noises of any sort.
I don't think there are any, but I could go get a skeleton from inside if you want another friend.
Well, we never did clear this cave. I think it's a good idea that we do.
Investigate and see if there's anything worth, bringing back to Gordon.
I was kind of hoping we'd bring the zombie.
I mean, I can make another.
And we should call him, too.
Are gnolls humanoid?
Yes.
Would you like two to be a bit bigger as I look down at one of the gnoll bodies?
Oh, it would be 3, wouldn't it? Because one died under the...
No, this is the same
dirt.
one. He survived. Just barely.
Oh, Oh, okay, he did survive.
The reason he died instantly was because he climbed his way out with like 5 hit points.
Wow, okay.
So if you guys want him to spend a minute, I'll make 2 out of a gnoll. I'll have a gnoll buddy.
Might be handy to have
Okay.
around.
It would be very distracting. So I guess I'll animate a dead one of these null bodies and bring him up. Probably not. I'll take the one without the bottom jaw.
Okay.
Oh, just like Walking Dead.
Yeah, but again, like spores, fungus, and because of that wet patch on his chops, there's just like a black kind of fungus ooze bellowing out of it. Not a pleasant smell. All right, 2. Do you see down there, as I point down to my other zombie friend who's decapitated? That was very naughty. You are not to do it again unless I tell you to. Good. Now follow us.
We're gonna use the zombie token here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Otherwise, I'm not gonna know the difference. Okay, so you guys make your way through the cave. I'm gonna save some time here and clearing the cave. That the chamber where you fought the weird birthing one. That was the end of it. I mean, feel free to move your tokens about if you wish. When you get to the terminus, though, you come to find... Whoa, that's too far. You come to find that the knoll that was, like, doing the weird... had the spiral shape on its body. You find that the corpse is no longer there. And in its place is, like, this sort of purple dust. I didn't delete it yet, but it's gone.
Does anybody have a container we can collect some of this with?
I do. I grab my, I forget what the kit is called, my herbalism kit, and I get one of the little vials I have and I hand it to her.
How do you pick it up?
Maeve takes the end of her sword and kind of gingerly scoops it into the container.
Okay. You find that it leaves a stain on the tip of your magic weapon.
Well, hell's bells.
But you get it into the you get it into the vial nonetheless.
She tries to wipe off the purple stain on one of the gnoll bodies.
I cast Prestidigitation and I clean it if I can.
It wipes away.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
I was a poor mage, but I've learned a few tricks.
That was not the thought I had.
Oh, no. You would be very surprised at how poorly I did in studies. So, I believe we've done our duty.
Let's go see Gordon.
All right. Tui, come on.
All right, so you guys leave the cave. So everyone's in agreement to go back to Forest Stride?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I need to do some calendar work. So as you guys are walking back, let's do some group therapy because we're not going to see these characters again for a while. So as you guys start making your way back to the road, what's going through each of your minds, starting with Chaticus?
He's really excited. He feels like things went a lot smoother than he expected to them. He only got really injured once, so he's feeling kind of proud of himself, ready to talk to his, people in the Church of Lathander about the adventure that he had and how he's excited about getting another assignment potentially.
Maeve's just excited to be out working with people. It's been a long time since she's had partners, and she has really taken to all of them. Even Snow, who seems a little bit cold.
What about Bit?
Oh, Bit seems pretty like she's liking her new group. She can see some adventures coming on, but just kind of bummed we let what's his name? Starts with a C.
Let me put his
Get
name into the
away.
chat because the spelling is weird. Whoa. Oh my god, what's going on? OneNote. You've never done this before. That's not it. It's a C. Yeah, that one. Thank you.
No problem.
Why is OneNote freezing? Okay.
OneNote is freezing.
Yeah,
All
that's
the things.
bizarre and scary. Alright, yeah, okay. Sorry, go on. I think we interrupted, Nyx.
Oh, just that I was sad that we let him. I had to let him go. Cause I'm a little ass kicker. And that's all.
What about, Snow?
Snow is inwardly seething that she saw Cealholdt and didn't get a chance to punish him for his blaspheming. But she is very appreciative of the help from the group because she realizes that she would be dead if not for the help from the group.
Okay. So you guys, make your way back onto the road. And, it takes a couple days to get back to Forest Stride, just because of time. On the way
Now
back...
there's even a slower person.
Well, oh, the zombie. Are you gonna, like, maintain that?
Yeah, I mean, I got the spells.
Alright. Okay, so... As you are, traveling down the road... let me do that, and then let me move this here. As you're moving down the road around here, you see a group of travelers with a cart. You recognize the regalia of way shields flanking the sides of this cart on horseback, and they approach, and at first, they can sort of recognize that you're all regular folk, so they wave. But then when they get closer and they see the Null Corpse walking, one of the way shields slows down a bit. They're coming toward you, so they're going to Orboro. They approach you and they say, "What on earth is that?"
Oh, I'm returning it to Gordon. We had to eliminate a few of them, so I was bringing him some evidence. His name is Tui. He's very kind. You can see he doesn't bite as I hold my hand up by his lower jaw.
Is that?
Did we get patches from the way shields whenever we got our assignment?
I'm retconning that. Yes, you did, because that only makes sense. And they're like,
what's the bottom of the barrel patch?
Yeah, the super newbie patch is it's a shield with like two trees with like a small path running down the center. And yeah, they say, wait, Gordon, as in Copernicus Gordon?
Yes, he sent us to dispatch some of these things, unruly as they may be.
Oh, you're his new task force. His attention is still drawn to the zombie knoll.
I quite like this phrase task force. That's very nice. I think that works for us, doesn't it?
It fits us quite well.
I'm not much of a warrior, but a task force, I could do that.
How did you make it walk after it looks like it bled out?
Oh, you see, there's things in nature, these kind of fungus that animate creatures. They move them for their own bidding. So he's kind of full with them.
And I'll just when you get to you're going back to Fourth Stride. When you get back to Fourth Stride, just maybe give some warning to the militia out front before you bring in a knoll.
Of course, of course. He's nearly just flesh being animated by something that's more important.
Perhaps we should cover him in a blanket.
But then I'll be bringing back a ghost. That won't do. What if we got some glitter?
Oh my god. I have to keep going here, but thanks for your
Just
help.
saying,
And
some of the townsfolk might get a little scared.
at this point, the way shield has gone off, and the cavern or the small group of travelers has passed you. Go on.
Good day!
Good day.
Perhaps it
Wait.
might add a little bit of flair to reveal the knoll to Gordon Underwood.
Dramatics aside, I guess it would be important. I feel like it would be less concerning to them than an actual human, though. Imagine a person walking with fungus growing out of their eyes into town. So I just kind of like turn out one of the bags I have into my kind of bag his head. So he looks like a discount Leatherface, aka like Friday the 13th 2 Jason. Is this suitable?
It should do.
Yes.
He's still
It's
large
fine
in his
for
furry
me.
arms, but at least it's not completely awful now.
How about a leash, to say that we did catch him. He's not going to do anything bad.
That might raise
I'm-
more questions.
I don't think leashing a pet knoll would be as safe as just a flesh bag being moved by a symbiotic relationship or a parasitic relationship. Wouldn't you say? If need be, I'll just dispel him and I'll have him fall to a heap and turn into mush, but for right now, I think we'll be fine. I don't want to carry him, do you?
No.
See? Prosperity is only sought out. Now, come on. Tui, please. The bag is a nice touch, though. There's something macabre about it that I kind of enjoy.
Hey. Walk, walk,
You
walk,
can't even
walk.
make that noise.
Wait, did we cut holes for the eyes?
I move over and I cut like one little pinhole on the right eye.
Okay.
Do zombies even use eyes? I think they have blind sight. Let me check.
I don't think they have blind sight. I think they have regular vision.
Yeah, dark vision.
Doesn't really. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
He's got one eye hole.
It's enough, and he follows you. Great. So, give me a couple minutes. Full disclosure, I did not expect Snow to let it go. But
Murder.
The way Snow sees it is, it's not gonna last forever.
What's not gonna last forever?
The zombie.
Oh no! I wasn't talking about the undead. I was talking about Cealholdt.
Oh.
I didn't expect you not to pursue, but thus is DMing. Okay.
He's a little more preoccupied with not dying.
Got you. Well, I mean, after the fact, though. But anyway. Yeah. So, it takes about a day and a half to get back to Forest Stride. It is Kythorn the Second. And, at this point... Let me double check what's going on here. One second. Stand by. Okay. You guys get back to Forest Stride. It's a sunny day. It's pretty early in the morning yet. And you make your way back to the Way Shield office. It's like it's pretty early. It's like 9:30ish in the morning. The sun is still making its way up the sky. So when you get there, you definitely have an encounter with the militia guard at the front. And what is that?
Oh, it's evidence for Gordon, the Way Shields. We were sent to dispatch some of these things, and I kind of reveal it real quickly.
We are his new task force and all.
It's a very nasty lot. You'll see this body is animated by little fungus that are working its way through his fleshy, body. So I was just bringing it to show him some of the work we did.
And that thing you have under control?
It literally cannot bite anyone and moves very passively. If you want, you can punch it real quick.
I'd rather not.
Here, why don't you? I kind of turn to Ice. Do you want to stab it real fast?
Turn to Snow, you mean?
Oh, yes, no. Ice is the weapon. Just
I
give it a
don't
good
want to
slap.
kill it, so I'll use my dagger on it instead.
It just makes a sound as you poke it. Well, alright, but, just maybe the bag thing was a good idea. Maybe...
Yeah, bag will go back on.
Maybe a cloak or something, too, if you don't mind.
I don't have a cloak. It's a little warm outside. Do you have a cloak? I look to my party.
I'll take off my cloak and put it on it.
No. Your cloak is very nice. I wouldn't see it be soiled and dirtied by him.
Things can be washed.
I technically can wash it in an instant, but it's still the thought.
Worldly
In fact, why don't
possessions
I
matter not
clap
to me.
and I clean up his body? I'll prestidigitation all the blood away,
Wow. So it's like a pristine zombie.
and then I make it smell like rosebuds.
That's somehow even worse.
It's worse. It's absolutely worse.
This is just getting creepy, guys.
Is that better?
There's still the sight of a knoll. Well, I mean, Look, if
It's really not a knoll. It ceased being a knoll about 3 days ago. Think of it more as a meandering pus bag of, living, timing creatures that will one day bring fruitful change to whatever soil I place them in.
listen, here's the thing. If another guardsman sees you, he'll probably just attack without provocation.
Well, then perhaps I could remove the arms.
You know what? Hold on. He goes into the guard tower, And
I don't see what all the fuss is.
he brings out a burlap sack. He says, just hold on to him with this and just cover him.
Seems a bit redundant, but I suppose I'll.
It goes like
see.
over his torso.
So now it's just a pair of legs, big furry legs.
Yeah.
All right, I have a big furry-legged sack.
Better than nothing. Just get him to the Wayshield headquarters quick.
Will do. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks. So, you guys make your way to the Wayshield's headquarters. And, getting there. So, the same individual is, one sec. No, the cough is coming. I don't want to get sick. Must not cough. The same receptionist is there. He says, "Oh, you're back. What the heck is that?"
Oh, it's just a little piece of evidence I brought. Thought I'd show Gordon, some of our handiwork.
You hear a cat in the Wayshield headquarters. You see like a small cat just zip through the hall and into a different room.
Oh, you've gotten a pet. That's wonderful. What's his name?
He says, "Oh, that's Cupcake."
Well, don't let Cupcake nibble on my, fleshy friend.
He gets up and he walks over to the room that she just walked into. Like, he looks around, he sees where she is, and he just closes the door and he says, "Make it quick. Gordon, that group is back." And Gordon walks out and he blinks in surprise and sees the bagged up Knoll, and he says, What is that? And welcome back. Were you successful?"
Well, I don't know. Look for yourself as I pull off one sack and then a second sack.
Well, I would appreciate it if you don't bring walking corpses into my offices.
Oh, I was just trying to prove that we did the job. Is that not common?
Well, I would have taken, a head or several hands or...
But then I have to dirty a bag. In this case, I bring it and it walks itself. I thought that would be more convenient. He even does tricks. Roll over. As the zombie kind of like kneels down and lays on the ground, rolls over.
No, don't. He says...
this is my favorite. Just do a little twist as he starts spinning on the ground.
Next time...
Give Uncle Gordy a hug.
No.
Well, I think that would be a little much.
I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you just stick with claws or thumbs.
All right, Tui, readjust the bag for your head. Gordon is not the least bit fun today, unfortunately.
He kind of shakes his head in disbelief. He's still sort of processing this.
Since that is out of the way, we did have a bit of news of some cult activity out by our assignment.
Oh.
Perhaps Snow would be the best one to discuss that.
He looks to Snow.
Her face immediately darkens. A member of my parish has seemingly aligned himself with the cult. We've taken out, 6 of them?
Mm-hmm.
We took out 6 of the cultists, but Cealholdt, who seemed to be commanding them, managed to escape.
I see. Where did he go?
He flew to the northeast of the nest.
East.
And he mentioned something about a spire.
He says, he says, Feathergale? Well, they're near the along the river, leading off of the mountains that sort of feeds the city and goes down further south. There is a organization of aviation enthusiasts that they ride winged beasts, giant vultures, hippogriffs. They call themselves the Feathergale Knights. Rarely have much contact with them. They keep to themselves most of the time. I think their leader knows the owner of Winds and Sails. But if this seems suspicious, if you believe that this is a cult member heading in that direction, I'd give you all permission you need to head that way if you wish.
Maeve perks up a little bit, pulling herself from the wall where she had been leaning and chuckling at the antics of Bit and Chaticus. She says, well, that would be fun. Let's do it.
I'm sure Snow would agree.
I was planning on going regardless of whether or not we were.
Well, you'll likely do better if we all work together.
I
And
agree.
he's already proven to be dangerous to the roads, so this is our new task that we are enforcing.
He says, let me give you all your pay since you're here. And he gives each of you 4 gold. Or at least you guys eventually receive 4 gold before you leave. He probably has the receptionist do it.
Excellent. Well, was there any business any of you wanted to attend to before we headed towards the spire?
Not in particular.
I should probably dispose of this slud.
What do you do with it?
I'm thinking I'm just gonna bury it in my yard and let it grow some stuff for me.
Okay. That takes all of a half hour to get done.
Yeah, it can bury itself.
It really can. You do get some strange looks, but as it buries itself, some people are like, oh, it must be a burial rite or something. And then a couple of your acolytes, like, they know what you're about, so they just kind of look in awe as you do this. So it's about, we'll say it's about 11 o'clock in the day.
I have a feeling our friend Snow would like to go right now.
Yes, the sooner the better. Though I do need to go and check in with Theo.
You check
That
in.
shouldn't take too long.
All right. What was your what was the devotee's name?
We called him Theo.
Theo is perfectly fine as you return. Hello, Snow.
I'm gonna... Theo, I have some gold for you.
Oh,
And I'll give him the 2 gold.
okay. I said you guys received 4 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm giving him half.
Gotcha. Okay. He takes it. He says, I'll use it to continue funding our church.
Thank you, Theo. I'm going after Cealholdt.
You found him?
I saw him only briefly, but he escaped before I could bring him to justice.
You notice like his face kind of taunt, and he has the same he definitely has the same feelings that you have.
I'm not sure when I'll be back, but please continue to look after the temple for me.
Of course, Snow.
And I'll give him a firm handshake and then head on out.
All right. So, you guys, anything else anyone needs to do?
Nope.
All right. Give me a moment. Alright. Let me take you back to the map page. And how do you guys plan on proceeding if you're leaving town?
So, where did he mark, like on whatever map we're using, that this fire is?
He certainly would have, and it was around here.
As if I didn't already know.
Yeah.
I suggest the easiest course would probably be leading us to Rollid in the east, and then heading north from there.
It would sure be great if we had a boat.
A boat? Well, I guess we could take the river, but
the river goes south, so you'd be going against the current.
Didn't Gordon say we should maybe speak to someone at Winston Cealholdt?
He didn't say you should speak to him. He just said like they know them.
Perhaps we can get some information.
Well, knowing the situation would be helpful.
All right. Back to Forstride. Okay. So you ask around where Winston Sales is, and you find out. And you guys make your way to the Elemental Industrial Hill. And at this point, it's like noon. You guys get there, and you walk into the front, and there's like this security, this big black dragonborn security guard who's standing out front, and he's got his arms crossed, and he looks and he says, "What business do you have here?"
We're here to inquire about the Feathergale Knights.
Raises an eyebrow. He says, "I don't know what that is."
Maybe somebody knows.
I feel like Gordon would have also given the name Dimitri, so you can try that if you want.
Well, Gordon from the Wayshields, I would believe you would know who that is. He told us we should talk to Dimitri. Is it a possibility?
Talk to the receptionist, see if he's in.
Why, thank you kindly, sir.
So you guys walk in, and he glances back at you ever so often. And receptionist in the front lobby says, how can I help you?
Hi. You wouldn't happen to be Helen, would you?
That's not my name.
No,
Oh,
she
I'm
looks
so
like a Karen.
I'm sorry for my friends. What is your name?
She says, my name is, I was about to do a rhyme with Helen, and that's not okay, so let me get a random genome yet.
It would be great.
My name is Kelsey.
Hello, Kelsey. We're looking for Dimitri. We're trying to speak to him about the Feathergale Knights in the spire up northeast.
She kind of blinks a little bit, and she leans in and says, "Do you know anything about it?"
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Well, are you looking for information, or do you have information?
Oh no, we're looking to speak to him.
Inside
check. What is she getting at?
She wants to know if you have information about something or if you're looking for it. She's not trying to hide anything. She's trying to see what your intent is.
Oh, well, I suppose we do have some information, but we're mainly trying to get a lay of the land.
Well, he's probably on lunch right now.
Where does he go to lunch?
Today is a second day. He's probably eating in his office.
Well, I can be patient and wait. Is that all right with you all?
I'm fine.
I don't know if I should bother him for strangers. She looks kind of nervous.
Well, sweetie, we're with the way shields.
I mean, they don't. Are you trying to persuade her?
Yes.
Okay. I imagine that Chaticus is probably helping a little bit. So, do you have proficiency in persuasion, Chaticus?
Hell no.
Hell no. Okay.
But guess who does?
You got to remember, I made this character be as
Okay.
ham-handed with conversations
15,
as possible.
15 is enough. Okay, but if he says no, don't. So she you see her write down something on a piece of parchment, and then behind her there's all these tubes, and when she opens one, you hear the sound of wind. She slips the parchment in, and it up into the tube.
Ooh, fascinating.
Amazing.
About 2 minutes later, describe Dimitri for me, Miles.
Oh, roughly, kind of darker skin, black hair and beard, bigger nose, and kind of like these rosy red cheeks, and always with a smile, ear to ear as he moves forward. Dressed in fineries, but not too overdone, and has mostly the, flair of a wizard as he walks around, waving his, longer sleeves as he goes about.
All right, he bursts through the door leading further into the building, and he says, "Kelsey, I've got your message." And he looks at the party and he says, "Oh, I'm Dimitri. I saw that you might have information about what's going on at Fethergale."
Well, Snow, how do you think he's associated with them?
I'm not sure. We encountered someone that was headed in that direction, riding a hippogriff.
One of the knights?
No. I'm afraid he was a cultist.
He kind of goes pale a little bit. He says, "That's very disconcerting. Well, I've been writing to their master. Oh boy, how can I say his name with that accent? From Mercosta, and I haven't heard anything from him in several 10 days.
That's not good.
They might have besieged the spire.
His eyes kind of widen a little bit. Oh dear.
It's interesting. I don't know much about hippogriffs, but most of the avian creatures they keep, they're easily, tameable by other than their normal riders.
He says, what makes this more disconcerting is the creatures they raise their relationships are built on trust. They're free-spirited animals, most of them. Especially the hippogriffs. The vultures are a little bit more submissive, but the hippogriffs are very, like I said, free-spirited.
Perhaps even loyal. Yes, it is disconcerting. Well, we are probably going to head that way. Is there anything we should know about the spire?
be careful at the land in the valley below. I heard that there may be a I'm losing the accent. There may be a influx of gnolls, so just keep your wits about you.
Well, I had one bury itself recently, so it shouldn't be a problem.
He just goes silent for a second, shakes his head, doesn't question it, and he says, well, you all seem very capable. I'm sure you'll be just fine checking in on them.
Do you know the best way to get there?
On foot by the path of on the path that goes north of Rolid. It's parallel to the Galtana Road. It's a small trail that goes by the river. But he strokes his chin. He says, "You know, I have a project that I've been working on. If you wish to go maybe a bit faster."
Well, color me intrigued.
He says,
Yes, I'm a Maeve here.
He says, "Well, I have it's a skiff of sorts that uses the power of air elementals to levitate off of the ground. I have a couple of prototypes in my workshop. I have one that's about enough to fit 2 of you, and one that is large enough to fit all 4 of you."
Anything to make our trip faster would be welcome.
He says, "You might have to bring Rose with you if you go over the water, but you could probably propel yourself and move at a decent clip over the land. No friction, after all."
Who's Rose?
He says, I'll get it for you right away as long as you promise to check in on Thurl. I'm very worried."
I think we can manage that.
Deal.
Yes.
He says,
And I have a quick question before you leave. This contraption you have here that delivers letters.
"Oh, yes?"
Have you considered making it bigger, like to where you could ride in it? I just see it, and I remember going on slides as a child, and it seems very fun.
He looks up and he strokes his chin. He says, "I believe that is a project for another day. But I like the idea."
You see Jadagus get like a small grin as he kind of covers his mouth and thinks about things she shouldn't do.
So if nothing else, he says, "I'll come on back," and he takes you to that hangar in the back, and he just lifts the door a little bit. He scoots this skiff underneath, and he says, "Well, here you are."
Is it safe?
He says, "As long as you balance, it'll be perfectly safe."
How
Poor
do
balance.
we work it?
He shows you how to work it. It has buttons on the side that can lift you a certain amount of feet off of the ground.
How high can we go?
This one will take you about a foot off of the ground, this one half a foot, and then 2 feet. I recommend being only about a foot off of the ground to start.
Well, let us not look a gift horse in the mouth.
I believe they called it an air cart.
Skiff, cart, whichever.
Skiff cart, I mean. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with technology. You'll probably have to tell me again later.
So, you guys gear up on it, and you find it surprisingly, it feels surprisingly firm. It sort of adjusts for if one person's on the edge and another person's on, the other side. And you find that like if you push this thing, it goes for a long time before stopping because there's basically no friction. So
Snow will. What happens if I use ice to push us along?
it's like
a gondola.
Yeah, totally. It works. It works 100%. And you just glide. And are you guys doing anything else in Force Ride?
No.
I'm really fighting with myself not to become a turtle and jump into their little mail system.
Oh my god. Well, assuming you don't
I didn't do it.
Assuming
I didn't do it.
assuming you don't do that, you guys get on to the ice gondola, and you start making your way out of Force Stride. And you start making your way toward Rollid and then toward the Spire, and I think that is where we will end our session today. So we need to do a retcon along the Roll Forth Road. So, you guys leave on the Roll Forth Road. A couple hours later is when Simple Heat and those trees go up in flames. And this is when the main party is going along the Roll Forth Road, going back. So you guys cross paths.
So they see us on the hover gondola.
Yeah, so we'll just, history is sort of written, so I don't think any real interaction would have happened. So make it comical. What do you think your main character's reactions would have been to seeing this group of four just, like, zooming along?
It looks like the skiffs are getting popular, eh?
We have to get to Force Strike. Just let's go.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think we might retcon next time even more and say that Justin's B-side's with you. So we'll figure that out when we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll burn that bridge when we get there and then cross it while it's burning because Force Stride will be on fire.
Yeah.
So excellent.
Feels so Back to the Future-esque.
It's very
a little bit.
I mean, the B-sides is very ambitious of me, so I should have. I mean, I did expect something like this to happen, but you guys are cool, so it's all good. We'll continue next week with Justin back, and we'll figure out. Wait, what?
How evil you are.
We'll figure out. Oh my god! I just wanted the thing back, not that one. We'll figure out what the heck's going on with his daughter. So, thanks for watching, Joy. And anyone else who might be watching.
Thanks, Joy.
Thanks, Joy. And we'll continue next week. Goodbye!
Hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy.